Paolo Farah. I'm a professor at West Virginia University in the United States, and I'm also director of the West Virginia University Energy Justice and Just Transition Lab. I'm also a founder and director of GLOCAL, Global Law Initiative for Sustainable Development, a think tank in the United Kingdom.
Paolo, what for you energy justice mean?
Energy justice for me means energy for all, energy for everyone, all the time and without interruption and everywhere. It also means that energy must be affordable, at affordable price. Energy justice also means to remove any barrier to people to be able to have access to energy justice. Any type of barrier, meaning material and immaterial. And when I refer to immaterial, I refer also to discrimination and bias. So that's the fundamental element for me for the interpretation of energy justice, the connection with human rights and access to justice. And it's all interconnected in my interpretation, in my research. I also interpret energy justice as closely intertwined with environmental justice and climate justice. And this is very interesting to examine the nexus among energy justice, climate justice, and environmental justice. In particular, the interconnection and the conflict among them when we need to try to implement, we need to try to understand whether they stay all together in the same picture, they belong to the same picture, or whether they belong to different picture, and then we need to make a work of balancing and coordination the limits of each one of them to make them work and to make them all really just. And we can also draw a parallel with the nexus among water, energy, and food, in also the relation that are interconnected through the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So if energy justice wants to be really just, that has to consider all this interconnection with water, food, environmental justice, climate justice. And for balancing and striking the best arrangement, we need experts. We absolutely need experts in different fields. So it's fundamental multidisciplinarity and capacity of transferring difficult concepts towards policy making and legal making process.
And in this perspective, could you give us one example, one concrete subject of your research?
Yes, I can give you a couple. One research I've just concluded with a colleague at University of Messina in Italy. We just concluded and published an article on the Connecticut Law Review on climate justice in the Anthropocene. And this article also looking into the science, technology, and interconnection and how to balance this climate justice in the Anthropocene using the thinking of Jonas and the necessity to understand how to interpret climate justice for the future generations. Another example, which is going to be the topic I'm going to present today at the conference, is about West Virginia energy justice and just energy transition. And so looking into Obama administration power initiative, whether this initiative, through the implementation in West Virginia, has reached the goals they were expecting to be reached for the West Virginians and for the good well-being of the people.
And you mentioned the next generation. What advice have you for a student today that is starting an energy justice career?
It's an excellent question. Students are the future, are the present actually. So it's our responsibility, duty, and commitment to not work in a silos. So to be able to transfer, educate, train a new generation is essential. But the new generation cannot just be gifted or skilled with the skills we have. They need to have constantly growing new skills. And they need to solve new complex problems. So immediately I would say that multidisciplinarity is a key. It's something that our generation has started to develop. Very importantly, previous generation less, our generation start, new generation needs to do it even further. And then their capabilities of use technology to make their understanding of the reality and of the impact of our decision in the real world. And when I refer to technology, I'm really thinking about any type of technology in different disciplines. But if we think about our discipline in social science and humanities, for example, programs like R, which is programming language for statistical and computing and graphics, or Python, which is both R and Python are very helpful for data analysis and visualization, or Tableau for graphics and graphic design are essential technology instruments that students, if they learn, they are more understanding of what they study because they can really analyze whether what they're studying is true. They can make a verification whether what they hear in the news, what they're hearing from the policymaker is that reality or it's fake news, whether they can bring new ideas and new perspectives. So I believe that even students in social science and humanities have a possibility, there is an opportunity, but at the same time it's a responsibility to be able to become even further specialized to counteract movements that try to undermine or misinterpret the vision of energy justice that I'm describing, and also I feel, based on the two keynotes we had this morning, this conference is trying to address and bring further.
And Rebecca Shirley.
Exactly.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paolo.
Thank you.